everyone has a different rhythm. You don't have to go into each other's rhythm. And interesting with your business partner, it's a good setup here, but he feels that he's not appreciated. So he has a lack of energy of appreciation in there. And so, but he's not appreciating anyone else either. So you only get out what you put out, get back what you put out, sorry. And so, to stay in that field of appreciation just in yourself, I appreciate that you're here, I appreciate that you have the information. It's not necessarily that you're doing it to flatter him, but it is just a nice energy, and that you appreciate yourself and that who you are. Your thing is not about appreciation. Yours is about acceptance, and well, can you see me for who I am? I mean, hello here. Yeah. So it's all about that for you, because in that wound in the past and the child and all that kind of what was going on in your life as a child was all about that. It was all about, you don't even get who I am, for heaven's sake, So it's not, and it's kind of a little different to invalidating. It's I don't know. It was more about acceptance and just having an understanding, because it's like the people that you love, you think should understand you, but usually that's not the case. And so it's interesting that it's like all this energy around in the business, and I mean the little films that you do, and it's like it's giving you very good composure because you're containing yourself, and so you're learning to observe, and you're learning to listen more, and you're learning to take in, because you're really developing, you're taking in different ways, as you said, the Moonies. I mean, they're out there people. I mean, they really have some interesting concepts they believe in. And so, yeah, but it's great to have, the world is made up of interesting people. You don't have to, follow what they do, but yeah, let's hear why. Why do you believe that?
Exactly my point.
Exactly.
It wasn't about trying to convert people. I could never live that lifestyle myself. It's about having an interview, seeing what makes people tick.
Absolutely. And so, in a way, that's true acceptance. It's accepting another's way. It's not my way, thank you so much, but I accept and I appreciate that you are committed to it. That's it, end of story.
Oh, it's so funny. You just summed up the interview.
Oh, yeah. Well, I am a psychic after all. And so, it is that. You should do one on me. That would be interesting. We could do shamanism and stuff like that. That would be cool.
Yeah, we'll set that up. We have to. Yeah.
See if I can set it up in June when I'm there.
Okay.
The strain of people not understanding is the only thing that causes you a little suffering. Is people that have, like your friend, it's like, oh my God, we're going to turn into Moonies because we have the Moonies. Well, as we just discussed, that's not the situation. But it does cause you a little stress, because it is like it takes a while for people to understand. Like you're ahead of the game a little. And so then you got to backtrack, because people aren't have the foresight to what's going on here, and so it just is a little straining on your physicality and your energy heart, not your human heart. Sometimes, because it's like, oh God, here we go again. It's like, what's wrong with this picture here? As soon as I start getting close to someone, and then there's a contraction that happens in your body, and so you just, again, add compassion to the situation and see that, and now that you understand that, it's all kind of somewhat still wired into the projection of not being understood as a child, or not being accepted. You have a loving family, of course, but it's more that the male counterpart in your family be your father. It is like, he gets you, probably loves you, but doesn't get you. So it's like understanding, possibly, but not really. And so, of course he would never say, you're out there, for God's sake, what are you doing? But he doesn't quite get it. And the thing is that in your nature is that, how old are you now?
I'm 20. I'll be 27 in July.
Good God. Wow, time has gone on. Wow, you're in your Saturn return. You should get a good astrologer. Ooh, excellent. Ooh, that's the tearing away. That's why there's a little bit of this what's holding you back kind of stuff, because Saturn return is about that. It's like addressing the little bit of dark side of our nature that we say, excuse me, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm going to heal it and I'm going to move forward. And so that's what it's about. It's about those tiny little threads of not being acknowledged or understood or not quite fitting in when you were younger, which to the adult now, to the 27, is like, so what and who cares? You go on with your life.
That's exactly what I feel.
Yeah, but it's like there's still that like energetic pull there, you know, that is like you don't think like you're 5 anymore, but the 5-year-old still does. And so that's what's lying inside of you. And so it's an interesting time. If you do a little bit of, what are they saying? Oh, meditation or something like that, and have a little bit of discipline around in your mind. Very powerful stuff. I mean, you really have the ability to understand the level of manifestation. And they said they're going to teach you something now. Okay, so I know what they're going to say. They're saying that it's not your thoughts and your feelings that manifest your desired result. It is that in the third dimensional reality, which is here in the body, it is that we are consumed by our thoughts and our feelings, and somewhat it does create a way to be shown, but it's the subtlety of the intent that lies beneath the unconscious mind that can't be detected, because there is a preoccupation to be engrossed into the feelings and the thoughts of our world. And so if you put strong intent, a positive intent behind the thought and the feeling, and be aware of it, that's subatomic to the universe. That's what goes to, that's what the law of attraction is about, that everyone raves about. But people go, oh, well, nothing turned up, and I thought and I put a lot of passion behind it. Well, in the unconscious mind, in the intent is the opposite, is saying you don't deserve that, you're not worthy of it. And so we can't pick that up. We can't feel that. And so you have to make a strong intent. And they're using the word intent versus intention. Intention is that you're still becoming it. Intent is you are it. And so that goes really, they said that in the thoughts and the feelings do not affect the universe in any way, shape, or form. The universe and the source have nothing to do with that frequency at all. But intent is what is like a subatomic energy that goes through to the universe. And so through your meditation and balancing your mind and things like that, and slowing it down, because the mind card has come up here, and it's like you have a lot going on in there. More than most. I mean, if you saw this card, you would think, oh my goodness. And so it's like a whole factory in someone's mind. It's a picture, And so it's like smoke coming out of chimneys and all sorts of things. And so it is that, yes, in a creative field, one's mind is like that. And then, yes, if you get hooked on, let's say, for example, the past relationship that ages ago that you were having all that drama with, you were obsessed, you couldn't get off it. So it's like, you know what I mean? And so that will be tested again, so be ready.
Oh God, really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me just say that, it should be a very interesting test, because I have to say that I don't know who that person was, and I'm so glad about that. That person is another person. I don't resonate with the victim anymore. I don't know who that person was. I understand perception. Yeah. But I understand that I could be tested on it again, so that should be very interesting.
Yeah, because you're going to address it a different way, because that person who you were, as we're saying, is dead. So they don't exist, but there'll be kind of like a residue. There's always a slight residue of a reaction there, but nothing that is going to pull you into despair, really. I mean, I
do understand what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. This is a car culture over here, and everybody drives, and so it's always fascinating to me in California. You see these couples, these old couples, and they're just looking straight ahead. The woman's obviously bored out of her mind. The husband's always driving, and they just look like disgustingly unhappy, And I think, what is the point? You can feel the energy when I'm driving past, you can feel, and I think, oh my God, they're just in the same old, Yeah. And so it is that you'll meet. Yeah, they're saying that will never happen to him. I said, I know. Purely that, they're saying that will never happen to him.